Welcome to Park Charlton on the 14th of November 1992 for the Division 1 schools final. St Oliver Plunkett School in the green and gold versus Skull Colmcilles Kells, who will be coming out in red and white. Just on the team on the field at the moment on this winter's afternoon is the St Oliver's team, and we'll start with the line out. In goals, number 1 Carl Brady, number 2 Jerry Kelly, number 3 James Murray, and number 4 Thomas Flanagan. Number 5, Adrian McAteer. Number 6, Colin McGovern. And number 7, Shane Melville. Number 8, David Nolan. And number 9, Colin Monaghan. Number 10, Killian Kennedy. Number 11, Donal Lettice. And number 12, Daryl Murray, who's also captain of the St Oliver's team. Number 13 is Dermot Morgan. Number 14 is Ross Manning. And number 15 is Paul O'Hare. And the substitutes are number 16 Graham McManaman, number 17 Barry Lina, number 18 Donald Gavigan, number 19 Dermot Carey, number 20 David Riley, number 21 Darren Murray, number 22 Kieran Foley, number 23 Alan O'Neill, number 24 Andrew Faulkner, and number 25 Michael McMahon. And your mentors are Kieran Connell, who's the National Athletics Coach for NACA, selector and school principal Mr John Howard, and former Kerry Minor All-Ireland medalist Peter Lenihan. Just emerging onto the team field at the moment are the Kells team, and the line out is as follows. In goals, number 1 Andrew Lynch, number 2 John Moore, number 3 Kenneth Morgan, and number 4 Desi Keegan. Number 5 Peter Riley, number 6 Darren O'Rourke, and number 7 Niall Flanagan. Number 8 Barry Lynch, and number 9 Captain John Farley. Number 10 Simon Cahill, number 11 Eugene McCormack, and number 12 Brian Smith. Number 13 Ronan Flood, number 14 Michael Berrell, and number 15 Paul Tully. And your substitutes are number 16 Patrick Hurley, number 17 Michael P.O. Wilcox, number 18 Gary Hickey, number 19 Brendan Murphy, number 20 Carl Brown, number 21 Derry Smith, and number 22 Liam Hart. And your trainers and mentors are Francis Flynn, Donal Barrett, and Brendan Murphy. St Oliver's beat St Paul's to reach today, or St Oliver's actually didn't have to contest the semi-final, but along the course of the league they bet St Paul's, Kells, Dunboyne and Scull to reach today's final. St Oliver School have contested this final for the last 4 years, successful in 1989 and 1990, and just deprived of the 3-in-a-row victory by Dunboyne in the 1991 final. Kells, on the other hand, have been winners of this competition in 1984, 85 and 88, and runners-up in 1987 and 1990. They also won the Hurling Division 1 in 1984 and 1985. So this seems to be a very, very classic game between two very, very good sides. All of the lads, with the exception of 2 on the St Oliver's team, play their underage football with Simonstown. Killian Kennedy, the number 10, plays with Waterstown, and Donal Lettice, the number 11, plays with Senchestown. Referee is Tony Carney of Carlinstown National School. It's very hard to know, Ray, but I'd say teachers are above reproach, and
so it'll be a fair refereeing.
Fair refereeing. St Oliver's team probably will be favourites for today's game because they have beaten Kells already in the league, and to help them along today they will be calling on the resources of some of their players who also played on the Simonstown under 12 Division 1 1992 Meath champions, namely Captain Darrell Murray, Colin Monaghan, James Murray, David Nolan, Eddie McAteer, Colin McGovern and Thomas Flanagan, as well as some of the B string who are in the subs who were beaten in the B Championship final by Navan O'Mahony's. Kells obviously playing towards the hospital, or towards the O'Mahony's end, and St Oliver's playing towards the hospital end. Referee now, Tony Carney, just making sure everything's in place. Tony Carney now just about to throw up the ball, and the game is on. And first to break there is Michael Farley, but it breaks down there to David Nolan. David Nolan puts Oliver's on attack, but it's stopped there by the number 6 there, Darren O'Rourke. But referee Tony Carney has spotted a foul, and there's free from the centre of the field, and it's taken there quickly by Kenneth Morgan, but it comes into the hands of Eddie McAteer. Eddie McAteer gets the ball, being tackled fairly strongly. Eddie gets the ball out to Shane Melville, but is awarded free for an overzealous tack there by Brian Smith. Eddie takes the ball free out of his hands, down between Darren Morgan, but it comes there to the number 2 there, John Moore. John is brought to the ground there by Dermot Morgan, and it's a free out. John takes it quickly out down towards Shane Melville, but Shane Melville is there being tackled by Ronan Flood. Ronan Flood tries to control the ball on the ground. Tommy Flanagan is there in support, and Tommy eventually picks up the ball for Oliver's. Tommy's shot is blocked down there by Simon Call. Simon out trying to pick up the ball, but Eddie McAteer tackles Simon. Simon gets a shot in towards the number 12 there for Kells, Brian Smith. Brian Smith now looking to make an angle for himself, pulls the ball on the ground, but James Murray gets his toe to it. Out towards Adrian McAteer. Adrian for Oliver sends it down towards David Nolan, but David can't hold on to it. Instead of that, Barry Lynch for Kells does. But it goes in. James Murray there for Oliver's gathers the ball and puts it out to the far side. Out towards the number 10 there, Killian Kennedy. Killian tries to pick up the ball, eventually does, being tackled there and fouled by Niall Flanagan, and there's a free now to Killian. Killian again takes it out of his hand, taken into the centre there towards Colin Monaghan, but it breaks to the ground towards Donald Latisse, I think, was brought to the ground there, yes, and Donald was fouled, and the referee awards a free to St Oliver Plunkett from about 50 metres out from the Oliver's goals. Donald Latisse now takes the ball, taken low along the ground, breaking loose, but it comes into the hands there of Kenneth Morgan for Kells. Kenneth puts it out to the number 6 there, Barry Lynch. Down now up towards Eddie McAteer, but Eddie goes there. Eddie tries to get the ball on the ground, but instead of that it comes into the full forward, Michael Burrell for Kells. Michael shot his goalward in towards Simon Cal, and Simon puts it over the bar for the opening score for the Kells. Just coming after 2.5 minutes of play. But St Oliver's are on the ball again, wasting no time. It goes to Killian Kennedy. Killian sends a goalward, but it goes out to the left, out to the right and wide. So the score now, after just 3 minutes of play, is Kells 1 point, St. Oliver Plunkett's no score. Andrew Lynch takes the kick out fairly quick, out towards Barry Lynch there for Kells. Barry goes to the ground, being tackled there by Killian Kennedy, and the referee penalises Barry Lynch for holding the ball too long. Colin Monaghan with a shot, or David Nolan with a shot, taken, but it's intercepted by the Kells half-back Darren O'Rourke. The ball breaks loose in the centre, comes to the number 6 there, Colin McGovern. Colin gets it out towards David Nolan. David's shot is high in towards the full forward line, but it's out to the right and wide. Just 4 minutes gone. From the kick out into the centre of the field, it comes to Michael Farley, or John Farley. John, now brother of Michael, the Meath minor who scored that famous goal in the dying minutes of the All-Ireland final. But James Murray is there for St. Oliver. James kicks it out to the side, out towards Killian Kennedy and Paul O'Hare. Very close to the line, but Paul O'Hare gets down for it. The ball on the ground, Paul O'Hare has it. Paul now trying to make an angle for himself. Gets it high in towards Donal Latisse. Donal goes on the ground, being tackled there by Darren O'Rourke. But Donal is fouled by Darren O'Rourke, and it's a free in now to St. Oliver's. Donal Latisse to take this free himself. Kells lead by a point. Short one in towards Killian Kennedy, but it's pulled in by Colin Monaghan. The ball comes nowhere, back to Donal Latisse again. His shot is low, but it's intercepted there by Peter Riley for Kells. Peter's shot goes out and wide. Andrew Lynch now, the Kells goalkeeper, just about to kick out the ball, while Kenneth Morgan there is attending to his shoelaces. Just 5 minutes gone. Kells lead by a point. The ball breaking on the ground. It comes to number 7 there, Niall Flanagan for Kells. Niall gets a shot down towards the number 12, Brian Smith. Brian down along towards the full forward there, Michael Burrell. Michael now trying to make, but James Murray gets his foot to it and breaks it down. Eventually it comes to number 11, Eugene McCormick. Eugene shot in towards Simon Cahl. And the shot goes high, but out to the left. A shot there by the full forward, Michael Burrell, goes out. So Kells still lead by a point. Carl Brady with the kick out. High up towards Eddie McAteer. Eddie head down, going Killian Kennedy in support. Being tackled there by Brian Smith. But Eddie still has the ball. Out to the centre, but it's intercepted there by the tall John Farley. John trying to put Kells on attack again. Up to the full forward line, but it comes there to Jerry Kelly. Jerry gets his foot to it. Eventually it comes to Eddie McAteer. Eddie is fouled and awarded a free out about 40 metres out from his own goals. Eddie shot down along the wing, down towards Paul O'Hare. Paul O'Hare, but the ball goes to ground and it's pulled on there by Barry Lynch, who puts it over the line for a line ball to Olivers. Paul O'Hare now wasting no time, sends it up towards the number 8, David Nolan, and also towards Donal Latisse. Donal has it now, picks it up, sends a high ball, but out to the right and wide. With just 6.5 minutes gone, the score is Schull Colmcilles Kells 1 point, St. Oliver Plunkett's no score. Andrew Lynch again with the kick out, taken quickly into the middle, out towards the number 8, Barry Lynch. Barry Lynch sends a high ball, but it's intercepted there by Eddie McAteer. Eddie sends the ball high, up close to full forward line, but it goes there to the number 3, Kenneth Morgan, who eventually gets it out, but Eddie McAteer is there again. Eddie head down and wins a free there. Eddie now sends a high ball into the centre, up towards Colin Monaghan, but the ball breaks on the ground. Colin tries to get a boot on it, but eventually it comes to Killian Kennedy. Killian is penalised for picking the ball up, and the free is taken rather quickly by Niall Flanagan for Kells. Out towards Eddie McAteer again. Eddie taking on 2 players, being tackled, but eventually gets to the number 10 there for Killian Kennedy. Killian's shot is again out to the left and wide. Certainly St. Oliver's having 3 or 4 misses now in the last 5 minutes, and with just 8.5 minutes gone, or just, sorry, 7.5 minutes gone, the score is Kells 1 point, St. Oliver Plunkett's no score. Andrew Lynch now with the kick out for Kells. A high ball up to the centre. Up goes Colin Monaghan. So also does John Farley, but the ball breaks on the ground. It comes to David Nolan. David tries to get it out to Paul O'Hare. It does. Paul gets a bit of a push there from Desi Keegan, but Desi Keegan eventually wins possession. Gets it out, but David Nolan is there. David looks for support, sends a high ball across the centre, but it's intercepted there by Darren O'Rourke for Kells. Darren sends it out to the centre. Clearance now between Simon Cahill and Tommy Flanagan. Tommy is bet, but it comes there towards Jerry Kelly. But James Murray and the full forward. James gives a bit of a nudge, and it comes now. Simon Cahill is chasing it up. Simon eventually gets it, but it's been tackled by Shane Melville. Shane Melville has it now for St Oliver. Tommy Flanagan in support. Shane gets a shot out towards Darryl Murray and the number 5 for Kells, Peter Riley. But it comes back into number 11 for Kells, but a shot is broken down by Shane Melville. Shane Melville now gets a high clearance into the centre, up towards Colin Monaghan. Colin being tackled by John Farley, but he gets it down to Dermot Morgan. Dermot looks for a bit of support, out to captain Darryl Murray. Darryl's shot looks good up towards the full forward line, but unfortunately it comes into the hands of Kenneth Morgan for Kells. John Farley pulls on it, down again towards the number 11 there, Eugene McCormick. Eugene being tackled by Colin McGovern. Gets his pass out to the number 13 there, Ronan Flood. Ronan is fouled rather harshly by Shane Melville and gets a free. Ball goes up, but James Murray is there, but it comes to Jerry Kelly. Jerry keeps an eye on it, gets it out, again out towards Colin Monaghan and John Farley. John has a shot, it looks high, but it's going to be policed over the line and wide. Just 10 minutes gone. Kells 1 point, St Oliver Plunkett's no score. Out to Jerry Kelly, but Jerry can't hold on to it. Going down towards Killian Kennedy. Killian being tackled there by Niall Flanagan. And it's put over the line by Niall Flanagan's the line to Oliver's. Taken quickly, but it's intercepted there by the number 7 for Kells, Niall Flanagan. Niall gets a shot up. Between Eddie McAteer, it comes to the number 15, Paul Tully. Paul now being tackled, looking to make an angle for himself. Gets it in towards Eugene McCormick. Eugene shot is high, but Carl Brady is there. Carl gets his hands to it, eventually gathers the ball and clears it out towards Darryl Murray. Darryl gives a bit of a nudge but gets away with it. Darryl pulls on the ball, a little soccer touch. Dermot Morgan free. Dermot looking for the ball. Darryl gets it up to Dermot. Dermot now trying to gather it up, but eventually does. It's tackled by Peter Riley. Dermot gets a high ball up towards Donald Latisse, but the ball breaks down by the big Kells man John Farley. But it's been a bit of a scramble there. I think the referee has decided to give a free to St Oliver's for a foul on Donald Latisse by John Farley. Dermot Morgan now. This shot, a heavy ball, is very difficult to penetrate scores, but it's intercepted there by the number 9, by the number 8 Barry Lynch, and it's a free out to Kells from just 20 metres out from their own goal. It comes down to Eugene McCormick for Kells. Eugene McCormick now going on a solo run, being tackled by Colin McGovern with Brian Smith in support. Colin McGovern gets it over to Brian Smith. Brian has a shot in towards the full forward line, and Michael Barrell has it, but Tommy Flanagan manages to get it miraculously and clears it out towards Colin Monaghan. Colin be tackled by John Farley. Colin is brought to the ground, but I think referee Tony Carey has decided to give a free to Colin Monaghan for a foul there by John Farley. Colin Monaghan now gets the ball up the centre, up towards David Nolan, but the ball breaks down eventually to Paul O'Hare. Paul trying to break loose, can't control the ball, hops the ball, but it just breaks loose on him. Paul still battling away. Killian Kennedy there was penalised for fouling, but the ball comes to Colin McGovern for Oliver. Colin has a shot out to the far corner, up towards Ross Manning. Ross has a shot, but it goes out for, I think, a 45 for Oliver's. A great attempt there by Ross Manning, but it wasn't. It just went out for a 45, deflected off one of Kells' defenders. And now Colin Monaghan now about to take this 45. 12.5 minutes gone. Colin Monaghan takes a shot up between David Nolan, but it breaks down towards Dermot Morgan. Dermot trying to control it, eventually does. The ball is on the ground, but therefore it is John Moore. John Moore gathers for Kells and clears it out towards the number 13, Ronan Flood, who's back. on the half back line for support. Ronan is tackled by Shane Melville, and it's a free to Ronan. Ronan taken out of hands, but it's intercepted there by Tommy Flanagan. Tommy gets it up to the forward line again, but it comes now to Killian Kennedy. Killian now being tackled, but Killian looks to make an angle for himself, has a shot, but kicks it out to the right and wide. With just 13 minutes of the first half gone in the Division 1 schools final between Kells and St Oliver Plunkett, the score is Kells 1 point, St Oliver Plunkett no score. That Kells point scored after 2.5 minutes of play by Simon Cal. Andrew Lynch now with the kick out, going into the Colin McGovern. Colin being pulled there by Ronan Flood, but eventually gets a shot towards Ross Manning. The ball breaks loose on the ground. Colin Monaghan pulls in it, but it goes out towards the number 10 for Kells, Simon Cal. But it's intercepted there by Jerry Kelly. Jerry gets it down towards Colin Monaghan. Down now captain Darryl Murray. Out towards Dermot Morgan. Dermot's shot is blocked down, but Dermot trying to get a shot again. Looking to make an angle for himself. Sends it in high. Up for a scramble. It comes there to Ross Manning. Ross' shot is blocked down. It comes to Darryl Murray, and Darryl puts it over for the equaliser, scored by Darryl Murray. After 13.5 minutes of play in the first half, the score is St Oliver Plunkett's 1 point, Kells 1 point. Andrew Lynch with the kick out, kicks it out, but it comes to Jerry Kelly. Jerry looks for a bit of support, sends it out towards Eddie McAteer, but Eddie isn't there, or Killian Kennedy. The ball breaking loose there, kicked out by number 7, Niall Flanagan, out to the far line, but there for his Paul O'Hare. Paul going very close to the ground, but Paul is fouled, or the referee decides he's going to throw in the ball between Paul O'Hare and the number 3 there, Kenneth Morgan. But Paul actually wins the free, or Killian Kennedy. Killian takes the free, taken down towards Donald Latisse. Donald again is awarded a free, sends it high in towards Ross Manning, but the ball breaks down. Colin Monaghan's chasing, tries to intercept it, but the ball, Shane Melville coming now, been tackled by Ronan Flood, but Shaman gets it. Shane now looks for a bit of support, sends it up towards Darryl, up towards Dermot Morgan. Dermot now tries to pick up the ball, but it's been harassed by Peter Riley. Eventually it comes to Dermot Morgan. Dermot's shot up towards Ross Manning and Kenneth Morgan. Kenneth gets his foot breaking loose, cleared out there by the Kells, out towards Jerry Kelly is chasing there. But it comes to Killian Kennedy. Killian has a shot, but it's out to the right and wide. Just 16 minutes gone in the first half. The score is St Oliver Plunkett's 1 point, Kells 1 point. A very, very exciting game. Andrew Lynch now with the kick out for Kells. Out towards Colin Monaghan and John Farley. But it breaks to Eddie McAteer. Eddie goes to the ground and is fouled there by Simon Cal. Eddie now takes a shot about 30 metres out. It looks good, but into the hands of Andrew Lynch. Andrew being tackled and is awarded a free out there. Certainly a good shot by Eddie, but got there by Andrew Lynch, this great Kells goalkeeper. From the Killian Kennedy now has the ball, being tackled there by Niall Flanagan. Killian's shot is in, and it goes to Ross Manning. Ross has a high shot, a dangerous ball. Dermot Morgan's in under it. The ball is breaking loose, but is eventually caught there by Desi Keegan. Comes to Dermot Morgan. Dermot tries to score a point, but sends it out to the left and wide. 17 minutes gone in the first half. Andrew Lynch with a kick out for Kells. Out towards the centre, towards John Farley. John pulls on it, gets it down, but it comes there towards Jerry Kelly. Jerry being tackled by Peter Tully, but Jerry gets the ball, gets it out towards the number 6, Colin McGovern. Colin gets it down towards Eddie McAteer. Eddie passes it down towards Killian Kennedy, being tackled there by Brian Smith, but Killian still has it. Killian tries to get support, eventually finds Eddie McAteer outside. Eddie has a shot, a high shot, up towards Darryl Morgan, but the ball breaks loose and it comes down to the full back for Kells, Kenneth Morgan. Kells clears her out here to the number 13, Ronan Flood, being tackled by Shane Melville. But Ronan Flood tries to pick it up, eventually he does. Shane Melville is still harassing him. It gets it down, but Colin Monaghan is alert. Colin looks up, sends it down towards Darryl Murray. Darrell gets the ball, sends it out towards Shane Melville. Shane now going on a bit of a solo run. Shane turning half back, half forward into captain Darrell Morgan. Darrell's shot is out to the right and wide. Paul O'Hare just couldn't get to it there, so yet another wide there for all of us. "18 minutes gone in the first half. Still, both sides a point apiece. Colin Monaghan gathers a great ball at midfield, sends it high, but again it goes out to the left and wide. Kells a point, St Oliver Plunkett's a point. 18.5 minutes gone in the first half. Andrew Lynch kicks it out for Kells. Comes to Darrell Murray, pulls on it down towards Dermot Morgan. Dermot now tries to make an angle for himself, but sends it right into the hands of Andrew Lynch. Andrew Lynch, the Kells goalkeeper. The ball breaks down again, out towards Darrell Murray, but it's intercepted there by Desi Keegan. Desi gets it out there to Eugene McCormick. Eugene McCormick now being tackled by Shane Melville, but he gets it up between James Murray and full forward Michael Barrell. Michael Barrell gets the better of him, but the ball breaks loose to the number 15, loose on the ground to Peter Tully, but Jerry Kelly there for all of us gets it out. James Murray is there, sends a high ball down along the far side, down towards Killian Kennedy. Killian now being tackled by Niall Flanagan, but the ball eventually comes to Niall Flanagan. Niall gets it, sends it back up towards Patrick Tully, and Patrick Tully and Jerry Kelly, but Patrick Tully gets it in towards Michael Barrell. Michael now looking for support, eventually towards Eugene McCormick. Eugene has a shot, but out to the right and wide. "19.5 minutes gone. Both sides a point apiece. Carl Brady now with the kick out for St Oliver's. Sends it towards Colin Monaghan and John Farley, but Shane Melville is there. Shane is tackled by John Farley and gets a free for St Oliver's. Looks for Darrell Murray, sends it down towards Darrell Murray, but it's going to be intercepted there by the number 3 or 4, Desi Keegan. Desi pulls on it, gets it down towards John Farley. John gets it down towards Ronan Flood. Ronan now being tackled by Colin Monaghan and Shane Melville, but Ronan still has possession. Sends a high ball, but it's out to the right and wide for Kells. Just 20 minutes gone in the first half. 4.5 minutes or 5 minutes remaining of normal time in this first half. Both sides still a point apiece. Carl Brady now with the kick out to the far side, out towards Jerry Kelly, but it comes into the hands there of Paul Tully. But Colin McGovern is there. Jerry Kelly pulls on it down towards David Nolan. David Nolan, the St Oliver's midfielder, sends it over to the far corner towards Paul O'Hare. Paul now being tackled by Desi Keegan, but Paul gets the ball, tries to barrage his way in, but referee Tony Kearney awards a free to Kells for a bit of over possession there by Paul O'Hare. But the ball breaks down to number 7, Niall Flanagan. Niall Flanagan very close to the far line. Gets his kick, been tackled by Killian Kennedy, but Eddie McAteer gets his foot into it up towards David Nolan. Now the ball comes down, Donald Latisse is there, but also so is the Kells number 2, John Moore. John gets the shot down towards Eugene McCormick. Eugene McCormick now being tackled by Colin McGovern, but Eugene McCormick still trying to make space for himself. Colin McGovern blocks the ball. Colin again has a second block, and the ball breaks to Colin Monaghan. Colin now in the centre, sends it over towards Darrell Murray, but Darrell is going to be outwitted by Peter Riley. Peter gets a shot down towards Eugene McCormick again. Eugene now in towards the full forward line, Paul Tully, and it goes to number 10 there for Kells, Simon Carl, who scores the second point. With 22 minutes gone in the first half, Kells lead by 2 points from the kick out. It goes towards the number 15, Peter Tully. Has a shot down to number 12, back to Paul Tully again. The ball being fumbled on the ground, and the referee has decided to award a free into Kells for a foul on the number 15, Paul Tully. Certainly this is another chance, Paul Tully, to put his side ahead by an extra point, so Paul does. From the free, Paul gets a point, so that gives the score now Kells 3 points and Oliver Plunkett's 1 point. Carl Brady with the kick out, but it goes into the centre towards Barry Lynch. Barry is fouled, and there's a free now. Barry takes the free up towards James Murray, but Tommy Flanagan is there. Tommy pulls in the ball, gets it out towards David Nolan. 22 and a half minutes gone. Paul O'Hare in chase, so also is Desi Keegan. Paul goes to the ground, but it comes to Donald Latisse. Donald now being tackled by the Kells 6, Darren O'Rourke. Donald gets a shot for Paul O'Hare, but it doesn't. It's intercepted by Desi Keegan for Kells. Desi is fouled by Paul O'Hare, and it's a free to Kells from about 40 metres out. Paul taken quickly by thing. It goes to Barry Lynch, who's fouled, and Barry gets a free. Taken quickly. Barry sends it up towards the number 7, Niall Flanagan, who sends it into the centre. But James Murray is there, waiting all alone for it. James sends it out to the far side, out towards David Nolan. David now sells a dummy, looks for a bit of support, sends it into the centre towards Donald Latisse. But Donald is tackled again by Niall Flanagan, and the ball comes to him. Kicks it out to Ronan Flood. Ronan now being tackled by Colin Monaghan, but eventually gets it to the tall John Farley. John shot up again towards Simon Cahl. Simon is pushed, but the referee says play on. Eddie McAteer now trying to get his way out, gets a ball, but the ball is breaking down to the Kells man. Eddie pulling on the ball. Shane Melville is in chase, but it comes to number 12 there, Brian Smith, who eventually wins possession, sends it up there to Michael Barrell. Michael sends a high shot over towards Paul Tully. Paul Tully now being tackled by Jerry Kelly, but has a shot, and it's sent out to the left and wide. A great block there, I must say, by Jerry Kelly, and great defensive play there by St. Oliver's. A very, very dangerous angle there, and Paul Tully certainly was lucky that he didn't not, or for Oliver's were very lucky that Paul Tully didn't net that ball. Jerry Kelly there just receiving some attention there from mentors there, Kieran Collin and Peter Linehan. Just 25 minutes played. Referee now, Tony Carney, it says play on. Carl Brady with the kick out. Out towards Eddie McAteer. Eddie now being tackled by the number 7, Niall Flanagan, and eventually Eddie gets his free. Out towards the centre. Colin Monaghan is there. Or David Nolan is there. David sends it in towards Dermot Morgan, but it's intercepted there by Kenneth Morgan, the Kells man. The ball comes into the centre, but Colin Monaghan pulls on it, but it's down now to Ronan Flood. Ronan be tackled by Shane Melville. Ronan eventually, referee Tony Carney awards a free to St. Oliver's for overholding by Ronan Flood. Taken quickly by Shane Melville. The ball breaks loose to, held by actually Kenneth Morgan for Kells, who's awarded a free out. It kicks it quickly out to the number 12 there, Brian Smith. Brian trying to put Kells on attack again. Sends it up there to the number 15, Paul Tully. But Carl Brady is there, and Carl deflects it out for a 45. "26 minutes played in this first half, and first 45 now for Kells, about to be taken by John Farley. John, who's a brother of Michael Farley, who scored that famous goal in the 1992 All-Ireland final for Meath. That's really Tony Carney just waiting that all the players are right. 26 3/4 minutes played in the first half. John Farley about to kick it. He kicks it high in towards James Murray and Michael Barrell. Michael wins the toss, and Michael has a shot and sends it over the bar for another point. "27 minutes gone in the first half. Surely the referee, Tony Carney, must be going to call for half time, and he does. And at the half time score is Kells 4 points, St. Oliver Plunkett's 1 point.
We have been moved, evicted for our own life.
Referee now, Tony Carney, just about to throw in the ball and start the second half. The ball is up, and it breaks high into John Farley. John Farley now trying to impress this 4-point lead by Kells. Gives it down quickly towards the number 12 there for Kells, Brian Smith. Brian now looking to make an angle for himself, gives it out to number 13, Ronan Floby, puts it over the bar for the opening score. Just 30 seconds gone in the first half. Kells have extended their lead to 5 points to St Oliver Plunkett's 1 point from the kick out, taken quickly by Carl Brady down towards Shane Melville. Shane has a shot down along the line, but it's intercepted there by the number 2 there, John Moore. John is fouled by Dermot Morgan and eventually gets a free, but taken quickly down the field it comes to Simon Carl, who's also fouled. Simon takes a shot in towards the centre, but Colin Monaghan is there. Colin tries to get Oliver's going again, sends it down towards Killian Kennedy, but the ball breaks loose to number 7 there for Kells, Niall Flanagan. Niall has a shot, it's high in towards John Farley. John has been brought to the ground by 2 St Oliver's players and is awarded a free about 30 metres out. John Farley now about to take this free himself. John, the tall Kells player, has a shot, but it's into the hands of Carl Brady. Carl sends a shot out to the far side, out towards Shane Melville. Shane isn't there, but it's been chased on by the number 5 for Kells, Peter Riley. Peter now trying to keep Kells on the go. Peter is fouled and is awarded a free. Peter takes a shot quickly in towards, but it's intercepted there by James Murray, the St Oliver's full back. James sends it out towards Donal Latisse. Donal eventually waits in the hop and going on a solo run now. Donal being aided and supported by Darryl Murray. Donal has a shot, but a shot is blocked down there by Kenneth Morgan. Kenneth gets it and eventually goes to Darren O'Rourke. Darren shot down towards the number 13 Ronan Flood, but it's intercepted there by Shane Melville. Shane gets it down towards Dermot Morgan. Dermot can't control it, but Dermot still has a shot. Tries to get a shot in for himself, but it comes down there to Darryl Murray. Darryl has a shot, and Darryl's shot is caught there by Andrew Lynch, and look, he wasn't in the bar. It was certainly a great attempt there by Darryl, and it could have been a goal there for St Oliver's, but instead of that there's a free, and Paul O'Hare is about to take the free, and Paul's shot is out to the left and wide, and Paul is certainly disgusted with himself. A relatively simple free that should have been certainly put over, but out to the left and wide, and the score now with just 3 minutes gone in the second half is Kells 5 points, St Oliver Plunkett's 1 point. John Farley now being brought to the ground by 2 St Oliver's players, namely Colin Monaghan, but John gets us free, taken down. Colin Monaghan gets his foot to it but can't control the ball. Instead of that, Eugene McCormick for Kells does. Eugene now looking for a bit of support, has a high shot down towards John Farley and up towards James Murray and Patrick Tully, but it comes to John Farley. John again has a shot at Carl Brady, and it's in the goal. It's in the goals. Yes, a score there, scored I think by Simon Carl. A bad mistake there by goalkeeper Carl Brady, who came out, and it's a goal now, and Kells lead by 1 goal and 5 points to St Oliver's 1 point. From the kick out, St Oliver's on attack again. Killian Kennedy gets it down towards Eddie McAteer. 4 minutes gone in the second. Eddie is pulled down there by Niall Flanagan and is awarded a free from about 40 metres out and about 10 metres in from the line. Eddie now about to take this free himself. Takes it high up towards Colin Monaghan, but Colin can't hold on to it. Instead of that, Darren O'Rourke does. Darren gets a shot out towards the number 12 there, Brian Smith for Kells. Brian now trying to sends a long ball down to the full forward there, Michael Byrne, who has left James Murray behind. Michael gets the ball again and Michael has a shot, but it goes out to the right and wide. 4 minutes gone, the ball is out in the second half, but it comes to John Farley again for Kells. John sends it up towards James Murray. James can't hold it, Paul Tully does. Paul is fouled and it's a free from where the ball lands, and this certainly should be another chance for Kells to score. It's only about 20 metres out, and this is going to be taken by Paul Tully, as there was a foul on Paul Tully. Paul just tips it over the bar for another point for Kells. St Oliver Plunkett certainly in trouble at this stage. Carl Brady with the kick out. Kells lead 1-6 to 1 point for St Oliver Plunkett. But the ball breaks again to Kells. Niall Flanagan has it, sends it high up towards the number 13, Ronan Flood. Ronan's shot goes into the full forward 14, Michael Barrell, who puts it over the bar for another point. With 5.5 minutes gone in the second half, Kells have gone into a 9-point lead to St Oliver's 1. But the ball from the kick out there by Carl Brady breaks into the centre again towards the number 5 there for Kells, Peter Riley. Peter Turner sends it out to the far side, but it's intercepted there by Shane Melville. Shane has been tackled by Kenneth Morgan, but Shane still has the ball, gets it down along the wing, looking for a bit of support, but heads for Dermot Morgan but can't get him. Instead of that, John Moore does. Out towards Eugene McCormick. Eugene gets it out towards the number 5 there, Peter Riley. Peter sends it into the centre towards the number 12, but Tommy Flanagan is there. Tommy puts his head down and kicks the ball out towards Darryl Murray. Darryl Murray now, St Oliver's captain, trying to get them going again. Sends it up towards Ross Manning, but the ball breaks loose down towards Dermot Morgan, but it's held there by John Moore. John is tackled by Dermot and it's a free out to Kells. Taken out to the far side, out towards the number 13 there, Ronan Flood. Ronan gets it, being tackled by Shane Melville, very close to the line. Shane still hanging on and dragging him, but the referee has decided to give a free to St Oliver's for over-carrying of the ball there by Ronan Flood. Shane takes the ball, taken quickly down towards David Nolan, but it's intercepted there by Barry Lynch. Barry sends the ball down towards the number 12 for Kells, Brian Smith. Brian now trying to put Kells on the attack again. Going looking for support. Tommy beats Tommy Flanagan. Still going strong. Brian Smith now has a shot and he sends it out to the left and wide. With just 7 minutes gone in the second half, the score is Kells 1 goal and 7 points. St Oliver Plunkett's 1 point. 10 points to 1. A 9-point advantage. Carl Brady with the kick out. Taken badly, but it goes into the hands of Paul Tully. Paul now makes an angle for himself and sends it over the bar for a point for Kells. Carl Brady now with the kick out. Sends it out towards Shane Melville, but it's caught there by the number 13, Ronan Flood. Ronan wins a free because he was over tackled by Shane. Gets us in towards Michael Barrell. Michael pulls in the ball. It comes out again towards Ronan. Ronan now tries to gather the ball up, goes to the ground, eventually looks for support. There is Barry Lynch. Barry has a shot. It's high, but it's out to the right and wide. With 8 minutes gone in the second half, the score is Kells 1-8, St Oliver Plunkett's 1 point. 11 points to 1, 10 points of a lead, and certainly Kells are doing all the pressing. Barry Lynch now has a shot, a free, but James Murray is there. James can't control the ball, and unfortunately conditions are very, very difficult for any full back to play. But the ball breaks out to Killian Kennedy. Killian now looks for support, sends it down towards Paul O'Hare. Paul has been tackled by the number 4 there, Desi Keegan. The ball breaks loose, Eddie McIntyre there, so also there, but the full forward for Kells, Michael Barrell gets it. Michael shot is in, but Carl Brady is there. Carl is out from his goal, sends it out to the far side, out towards Shane Melville. Shane now being tackled by Michael Barrell, but gets it out to Colin Monaghan. Colin now has a high ball into the centre, towards Darryl Murray now. Darryl being tackled, being brought to the ground there by Kenneth Morgan, the Kells full back, and Darryl now is awarded for free, dead straight in front of the goals. And referee Tony Carney has decided to bring it forward a bit because of dissent, and Darryl puts it over the bar for another point for St Oliver's. Nine and a half minutes gone. Kells lead 1 goal and 8 points to St Oliver Plunkett's 2 points. Out again, Andrew Lynch with the kick out. Comes to St Oliver, Shane Melville is there. Shane trying to make an angle for himself. Gets it in towards Colin Monaghan. Colin now being tackled by John Moore, but Colin still going forward. Has a shot and it goes. Ball breaks loose and it comes, yes, certainly. and it's in. Ross Manning puts it into the goals and gets a goal there for St. Oliver's. So the score now is 1 goal and 8 points for Kells, 1 goal and 2 for St. Oliver's. And certainly now St. Oliver's are fighting back into this game with a great goal there by Ross Manning in the 10th minute of the second half. St. Oliver's again, David Nolan now looking for support. Gets it out towards Killian Kennedy. Killian has a shot in again towards Eddie McAdare. Eddie now being tackled, but Eddie looking goalward. Tries to get it out towards Ross Manning. Ross has a shot and it's out to the right and wide. This game certainly come to life with just 10 minutes of the second half gone, another 14 and a half minutes of normal time left in this Division 1 schools final between St. Oliver Plunkett and Kells. And the score at the moment is Kells 1 goal and 8 points, St. Oliver Plunkett's 1 goal and 2. Andrew Lynch now in no hurry to kick it out, but St. Oliver's rushing for it to be kicked out. It comes again towards, there's a sub on there, number 18 is Donald Gavigan has gone on. Donald Gavigan now is substitute there. Donald trying to pick up the ball, eventually does. Donald sends it out towards Eddie McAdare. Eddie McAdare now looking, being tackled by 2 Kells, gets a punch out towards Darryl Murray. Darryl breaks it down and it goes to the number 9 Colin Monaghan, who sends it out at the right and wide. From the kick out again, Eddie McAdare is there. Eddie now trying to get St. Oliver's Morton, but the ball breaks to John Moore. John Moore is penalised for picking the ball off the ground. Darren Murray takes the free, taken quickly, a good one, and it's over the bar for another score for Olivers. St. Oliver Kells are fighting back, and the ball breaks to number 7 from the kick out, Niall Flanagan. Niall is brought to the ground at the centre of the field and he's awarded free. Taken quickly up towards the big full forward there, Michael Barrell. Michael beats round James Murray and sends the ball over, but Tommy Flanagan is there for St. Oliver's. Tommy gets it, has been tackled by Simon Call, but eventually gets it out. But into the hands of Kells, John Farley. John has a shot, it's a high shot, a dangerous shot, into the hands of 15, Paul Tully. It looked as if it was going wide, and certainly Kells are in here with a chance, and Simon Call sends it over the bar for another point for Kells. 6 points between the sides. With about 12 minutes of normal play left in the second half, the score is 1-9 for Kells, 1-6, 1-3 for St. Oliver Plunkett. But Kells are on the attack again. John Farley gets it. John tries to get a side moving, gives it down to Brian Smith. Brian looking for an angle for himself, but Carl Brady is there. Carl can't run onto the ball. Instead of that, Simon Carl does. But the ball eventually breaks loose. A bit of a scramble in there, and eventually Colin McGovern is there. Colin goes back to clear the line. Gets it out towards Killian Kennedy. Killian now gets it. Killian gets his toto down towards Paul O'Hare, but the ball is put out over the line for a line ball to Oliver's by the Kells' Desi Keegan. Oliver's line ball taken up towards Eddie McAdare. Eddie being tackled by John Moore. John Moore wins the battle. John gets a free, taken down quickly, down towards the number 7 there, Niall Flanagan. Niall now being tackled by Colin Monaghan. Niall gets the ball, blocked by Niall, but eventually it comes into the hands of Donald Gavigan, the substitute, the St. Oliver sub. Donald gets it down again, a dangerous ball, but it comes to Colin Monaghan. Colin has a shot down towards Eddie McAdare. Eddie with Darryl Murray on the outside. The ball scrambles to the ground, but therefore is Peter Riley for Kells. Peter is fouled and is awarded free. Taken quickly, James Murray holds the ball, but he can't hold on to it. Instead of that, it goes to the number 14, but Carl Brady is there. Carl now has it, sends it out to the far side, out towards Shane Melville. Shane chasing the ball, being tackled by the number 13, Ronan Flood. Shane has the ball. Ronan's still on it, but Shane has the ball, looks for support, but sends it into the centre towards Eddie. Eddie's certainly rampant. The ball is pulled out of his hands there by Barry Lynch, and there's a free to Eddie from about 50 metres out. Eddie now being told to just bring the ball back. 14 and a half minutes gone. Taken quickly by Eddie McAdare, out to Colin Monaghan. The ball, David Nolan pulls on it, and a dangerous ball that goes out for a 45. A ball that was scrambled there in the Kells goal mouth and was put out there for a 45 by Andrew Lynch. 15 minutes gone. Kells lead 1 goal and 9 to St. Oliver's 1-3. Just 6 points between the sides and still 10 minutes of normal time left in this 1992 division final. But back on the field of play, it comes to number 7 there, Shane Melville. Out to Darryl Morgan, or Darryl Murray. Darryl has a shot, but again, it's a wide, it's out to the right and wide. Darryl Murray there now, that's not like Darryl, who's normally very, very accurate. But Andrew Lynch now with the kick out for Kells. Out to the centre, both sides playing their hearts out. Certainly a great game of football. Substitute there, number 18, Donald Gavigan for Oliver's. But his shot is intercepted there by Darren O'Rourke. Darren now in no hurry, and it's awarded a free about 30 metres out. 6 points between the sides. Kells with the advantage. Taken quickly down towards the number 12 there, Brian Smith. Brian now trying to put Kells in attack, trying to slow down the game, but Tommy Flanagan is there for St. Oliver's. Tommy sidestep, gets it out towards Colin Monaghan. St. Oliver's now with a sense of urgency. Colin's shot's blocked down, looks for support of Shane Melville on the outside, eventually gets it to Shane. Shane now being tackled by the number 13 there, Ronan Flood, but Shane's shot goes down towards Killian Kennedy. Killian had put himself into a scoreable shot, goes towards Darren Murray. Darren can't control it. Instead of that, Kenneth Morgan does. Kenneth has the shot and clears it out for Kells. Out towards Shane Melville now, who's playing a half forward at this stage. Shane's shot is blocked down, but eventually it comes to Simon Cahill. Simon gets it down to put Kells on the attack, down towards the number 12, Brian Smith. Brian Smith gets it out again towards himself again. Brian Smith now looks and sends it out to the left and wide. Brian Smith there played in combination with Paul Tully. Paul Tully gave it back to Brian. Brian went on, but kicked it out to the left and wide. A point that certainly Kells might regret yet. From the kick out, goes towards Jerry Kelly. Jerry's shot's blocked down, but David Nolan is there. David being tackled by Barry Lynch, but David gets a shot down towards Killian Kennedy. Killian now looking with Colin Monaghan in support. It's very difficult to control the ball. Killian now being pulled by Barry Lynch, but Killian gets a shot up and into the hands of Paul O'Hare. Paul is close to the line, but Paul has a shot. It looks good, and it's over the bar for another point for Oliver's. .5 minutes gone, and there's 5 points between the sides. Kells 1 goal and 9 points. St. Oliver Plunkett's 1 goal and 4. Andrew Lynch now for Kells with the kick out. Out towards John Farley, but David Nolan is there for Oliver's. David sends it up towards Paul O'Hare again. Paul being tackled strongly by Desi Keegan, but Paul's still scrambling. John Farley is there. The ball breaks in the loose and it's put over the line for a line ball to Kells. Just 7 minutes left. John Farley with the kick, sends it down close to the line. Chasing is Jerry Kelly, but also for Kells is Brian Smith. Brian gets it. Donald Gavigan is there for St. Oliver's, but Brian gets it in towards the full forward. And Tommy Flanagan, Carl Brady there. Carl pulls on the ball, sends it out now to Eddie McAteer. Eddie, who's running over to the far side, being chased by John Moore. Eddie gets it, gets his way past John Moore. Eddie's still going on a bit of a solo run. Eddie really trying to eat up the ground at this stage, and he does. Has a shot in towards Paul O'Hare. Paul being pulled there by number 4, Desi Keegan, but Paul is brought to the ground, and there's a free in now, and certainly another chance for Oliver's. Still plenty of time left. But about 7 minutes of time left. Darryl Murray now with a free, about 20 metres out, and certainly this should pose no problem to Darryl. Darryl's shot is straight over the centre. Four points between the sides. Kells leading by 1 goal and 9 points to St. Oliver's 1-5. St. Oliver's certainly making a very, very spirited comeback and playing the kind of football that they can certainly play. Andrew Lynch now with the kick out for Kells. Coming up to 19 minutes gone in the second half.
What's left there?
6 minutes, mate. Referee there now, Tony Carney just throws the ball up there, and it comes to number 11, Eugene McCormick. Eugene trying to put Kells on attack, gets it up towards Paul Tully, but James Murray and Jerry Kelly is there. Jerry Kelly gets the ball, sends it out now towards David Nolan, but it's intercepted there by Niall Flanagan. Niall gets a shot up to put Kells on attack again. Up towards the number 12 there, Brian Smith. Brian now being tackled by Donald Gavigan. Brian trying to make an angle for himself. Sends it in. James Murray just gets his hand to it and controls the ball. Eventually gets it out towards Gerard Kelly. Jerry, but has been tackled there by Brian Smith. Brian gets the ball and sends it over to Paul Tully. Back to Brian Smith again. Been tackled by Donald Gavigan. Brian gets a shot, a high shot into the centre, and it comes to the number 13 there, Ronan Flood. Ronan goes to the ground, but gets it back in support towards Niall Flanagan. The shot goes into the full forward there, Michael Barrell, but Michael tries to bust his way through and it's eventually intercepted by Carl Brady. Carl gets it out to Colin McGovern, but Colin's shot is misread and goes into the hands of John Moore. John Moore trying to become a forward and sends it over the bar for another point for Carl. Just 4 minutes of normal time remaining in this second half without whatever time the referee may add on. The score is 1 goal and 10 points for Kells, 1 goal and 5 for St Olivers. 5 points between the sides. Will there be enough time for St Olivers? That's the question. But it's down to Killian Kennedy. Killian Kennedy now has been penalised for running too far, which I think is a bit unfair in fairness by the referee. But there's a free now to Kells, and Kells in no hurry. John Farley in no rush to take it. John takes a high ball, but James Murray gathers it. James gets it and has a kick out into the centre towards Colin Monaghan and Killian Kennedy and Eddie McAteer. A bit of a pile up there, and one of the Kells players there actually goes down injured. 22 minutes gone in this second half. Few injuries there, and Kells obviously will suit Kells at this stage. Just obviously winded. Kells leading by 1 goal and 10 points to St Olivers 1 goal and 5. Francie Flynn, I'd say, a no rush to try and finish this. Free now for Kells. It's the number 2 there, John Moore, who certainly scored that last point. He went down there. 22 and a half minutes gone. John Moore now with the kick. John gets it. Up, it comes down towards the number 15 there, Paul Tully. Paul looks for his full forward, but gets it back towards the number 12, Brian Smith, who puts it over the bar for another point for Kells. Carl Brady, quick to kick out the ball, kicks it out, but it comes again to the number 8 there, Barry Lynch. Barry Lynch is tackled, but Barry tries to make an angle for himself and get the ball in, but it comes there to the number 14, the full forward, Michael Barrell. Michael's shot is good, it's out to the right and wide. And with 23 minutes gone in the second half, without what time the ref may add on for injury, Kells in the comfortable position of a 6-point lead from the kick out. It goes to the number 7, who's penalised now, or the Kells number 7 there, Niall Flanagan gathered the ball. He was fouled by the St Olivers player and awarded her free, and he kicked her out to the right and wide. Carl Brady now with the kick out with just 2 minutes left. St Olivers with a 6-point deficit, but from that Shane Melville is still going on. Shane has been penalised for running too far. Just a minute and a half left. Kells take the free, take it quickly, but it comes down there to Donald Gavigan. Donald gets the breaking ball, being tackled by Michael Barrell, but eventually gets a shot out, but it's intercepted there by Ronan Flood, the number 13, who's fouled with just now into the dying minute with just 55 seconds left. Kells with the free in towards the big full forward there, Michael Barrell. Michael's shot is out to the left and wide, and the score is Kells 1-11, St Olivers 1-5 from the kick out. Eddie McAteer trying to get it, but it comes there to John Moore. John Moore now, who's playing a great game for Kells, gets it out to John Farley. John gets it, but Donald Gavigan is there for St Olivers. Donald gets it down towards Eddie. Eddie can't hold on to it. Instead of that, it comes to Barry Lynch. Barry Lynch gets it down to the number 12 there, Brian Smith. Brian Smith certainly getting the ball, being tackled by Donald Gavigan, and rather severely, and referee there Tony Carney just attending there to Brian Smith, and is going to actually throw in the ball. 25 minutes gone, time is up. We're into injury time at this stage. St. Kells leading by 1 goal and 11. That's 14 points to 8 points for St. Oliver's, 1-5 from the throw-in. The throw-in goes to the number 18 there for Kells, Gary Hickey. Gary Hickey there has just been introduced. The ball on the ground, but Gary Hickey still has it. Gary now being tackled by Colin Monaghan. The ball breaks out, it goes to the number 8, Barry Lynch, but eventually it comes to Colin McGovern. Colin now gets it down towards Killian Kennedy. Killian gets a shot down towards Eddie McAteer. Eddie now running goalward at this stage, with 26 and a half minutes gone, a minute and a half over normal time played. Eddie's still going, has a shot, a low shot, a dangerous ball, but it's intercepted there by Kenneth Morgan. Kenneth gets the shot out. Referee Tony Carney looking at his watch, but it goes to John Farley. Playing on a bit of injury time. John Farley still has it. John, the brother of Michael, the Meath minor, gets the ball down, but it goes down to number 16 there, Patrick Hurley, another sub for Kells, who puts it over the line for line ball now. Donald Gavigan with the shot. Donald shot up towards Killian Kennedy. Killian being tackled by John Farley. John holds him. Referee Tony Carney allows him a free. Down taken quickly to Eddie McAteer. Into injury time at this stage, and a minute into injury time. But the ball comes to Ross Manning. Ross can't control it. Eventually the small number 2, John Moore, gets a shot out. It goes out to the number 5, Peter Riley. Peter Riley now back to the number 6 there, Darren O'Rourke. And the referee, Tony Carney, has blown full time with a full-time score. Kells, 1 goal and 11 points. St. Oliver Plunkett, 1 goal and 5. Kells winning the schools final for the first time since 1988, a Division 1 schools final between Kells and St. Oliver Plunkett.
Be back next year.
Our father saved it all and he was the daughter of
That's it, Aaron. Fair play to you, well done. You did a good game. Great game. Go on.
That's all good.
Good man, fair play to you. John. Very good. This way.